4. Conversation.
Where are you going to live when you start college in the fall?
I don't want to live on campus. There's too much noise when you're trying to study. And there aren't enough places to go when you want to socialize. So, I'm going to get an apartment off campus.
Cool. What kind of apartment do you have in mind?
Well, I'm hoping to find a large, modern place with an extra bedroom for visitors. It has to have parking. And, of course, it has to have a washer and dryer.
Hold on. Do you have enough money for an apartment like that?
Why? Do you think it would be very expensive?
You are clearly out of touch with rental prices. You need a reality check. An apartment like that will cost an arm and a leg.
Like how much?
We're talking megabucks. Maybe 15 grand a month.
15,000 reals? I had no idea. I thought it would be a lot less than that.
Only if you want to live in a tiny apartment way outside of the city.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be in such a rush to move out. I could live at home with my parents just for the first year.
Five. Listening. Listen to the real estate agent talk about important factors to consider when looking for an apartment to rent. Tick the factors mentioned.
Finding the right apartment to rent can have a big impact on your life. Still, finding the right rental doesn't have to be an overwhelming project if you know what to look for. Here are some of the most important factors to keep in mind. The location of the apartment is extremely important. You might find a beautiful, big apartment, but if you don't like the neighborhood, you're probably not going to be happy in your home. Ask yourself, do I like the feel of this neighborhood? Is it convenient for shopping and transportation? Is it safe enough? Is having a lot of light important to you? Then be sure to check the number and size of windows in the apartment and whether they are facing south. If an apartment doesn't have enough light, you may find it to be a depressing place to live. Check the size of the rooms to make sure your furniture will fit. After all, the last thing you want to discover on moving day is that your queen-sized bed won't fit into the bedroom. Also check that there is enough closet space to fit all of your clothes. Do you have a pet? If so, find out whether pets are allowed in the building. If you don't like or are allergic to pets, you might want to look for an apartment in a building that does not allow them. Do you have a car? If so, you should check to see if a parking spot is included in the rent. You should also check the convenience and safety of the parking. And lastly, be sure to read every word of the rental contract. If there is anything you don't understand, get clarification before you sign the contract. The apartment you choose will be the place you wake up in and go home to each day, so it's worth taking the time to carefully consider these factors. If you do, you are bound to find a rental that is just right for you.
Six. Pronunciation. In English, there are many two-syllable words whose part of speech and meaning change if you change the stress. Stress the first syllable of most two-syllable nouns. Stress the last syllable of most two-syllable verbs. Listen and practice.
1. Finding the right apartment can have a big impact on your life. 2. Paying rent that is too expensive for you can impact your lifestyle. 3. Finding the right apartment doesn't have to be an overwhelming project. 4. When you go to a job interview, you should project a sense of confidence. 5. Be sure to read every word of the rental contract. 6. Some people contract dangerous viruses while they are traveling abroad.